Can we get a big round of applause to thank you for the volunteers who brought it all together? I think I've said it 10 times today, but I have an amazing group of staff and volunteers that I get to work with. Makes coming to work a real joy. Our title sponsor for the 2026 Gala is Facet Architects. We've been working with Mike Young and his team ever since we started the original building project, at least 15 years ago, if not 20. I was 25 years old when we started. I won't say how old Mike was, but it's been great to work with him and Facet Architects all along the way. Thank you so much, Mike, for your friendship and for standing with the gate. So appreciate you. There's another group I want to say thank you to. All the expenses for the food tonight have been covered by our table sponsors. On the card in the middle of the table with your questions on it. On the back side, there's a list of sponsors. If you brought your glasses, you can read those. Let's say thank you to all those table sponsors. All right, let's talk about why we're here tonight, other than the free dinner. Many teens today are dropping out of school. At Central High School, only 77% of students graduated on time in 2025, and that number is actually down from 2024. More than a third of students are chronically absent. Many are showing up but are barely passing. Over 60% of our students qualify for free or reduced lunch, and nearly 1 out of 5 students is learning English as a second language. But the real story isn't just about grades or attendance or even food. It's about what's happening beneath the surface. Our teens are facing isolation and disconnection, which is causing levels of depression and anxiety that we've never seen before. Over 20% of current youth ages 12 to 18 report struggling with serious mental health challenges. In Oregon, teen suicide is now the second leading cause of death among young people, putting us 11th in the nation. And while crime is down as a whole in our community, gun violence in youth has significantly increased, becoming the third leading cause of death. So just let that sink in for a minute. I know, we went from happy to sad real quick. The teens are suffering from depression and anxiety. The dopamine receptors in their brains are being hijacked by drugs and social media algorithms. They're not being taught the life and workforce skills they will need to have to be successful adults and contribute to society. The problems are stacked against our teens in ways they have never been before. And we can't sugarcoat this data, and we can't ignore what we see around us. We teach our kids about the dangers of the road. We make sure they wear seatbelts and follow the rules and stay safe from accidents. But today's dangers are different. They're quieter and internal. And here's the truth we can't ignore. These are our neighbors, our families, our youth right here in Polk County. Teens today need safety, security, and guidance on their journey so they can become healthy, productive adults. But tonight, we're not just here to talk about the problem. We're here because there's a solution. And it looks like this. It's the Gate Community Youth Center. It looks like students who walk through our doors after school, not an empty house, but a place where they are known, encouraged, and cared for, where we provide opportunities for teens to come alongside safe, caring adults who provide consistency, guidance, and sincere relationships in an environment that is naturally attractive to youth. It looks like a hot meal when there might not be one at home. It looks like a mentor who shows up consistently and says, "You matter, your life has purpose." It looks like safe after-school recreation time, quiet learning spaces, youth group, club time, one-on-one mentoring, and let's not forget, lots of good food. It's where teens can engage in a way that fits who they are and what they need. Research finds that the presence of one or more caring, committed adults in a child's life increases the likelihood that child and youth will flourish and become productive adults themselves. Most importantly, it looks like adults stepping into the gap and saying, "You don't have to do this alone." Because research is clear, just one consistent caring adult can change the trajectory of a young person's life. These relationships, what experts call natural mentors, help protect teens from depression, anxiety, and overwhelming stress. Studies show that even one positive, committed adult-child relationship significantly buffers against depression, anxiety, and extreme stress, especially for marginalized youth. And students with these relationships are more likely to stay in school, have fewer school absences, and experience less exclusionary discipline. That's what we are creating every day here at the Gate. A place where relationships can grow, And with that, belonging and hope for the future naturally occurs. Because when a young person feels safe, they have connection. When they have someone believing in them, they have hope. I get to work with some amazing people who are passionately loving and serving the teens in our community and empowering them to be a success. So Michaela, Derek, and Dale, can you come join me up here? All right, Michaela Anderson, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of Texas that moved up here 3 years ago to marry the love of her life. Are you going to clap for Dale and Derek too? I wasn't done with my introduction yet. Okay, she came to serve in the kitchen as well. Now our program director and the person who makes our office smell good. She's quick to smile, but let's just say her mama bear instincts have grown to be fierce. All right, Derek Kahn is the Gates mentor coordinator, oversees our academic support program. Derek is passionate about seeing teens succeed in school and life, and he leads our staff and community members. And last but not least, Dale Culver, my left-hand man. He serves as our discipleship director, mentoring our staff. He mentors our staff and he leads our faith-based activities such as youth group and Bible study. Dale's the kind of guy who will do anything I ask him to do and often thinks of it before I ask. And I say he's my left-hand man because we turn off the lights to the office, but we have an 8.5 by 13 office. There's 4 of us in there. And he's on my left. So anyway, there's a couple people behind me. I'm super thankful for this team that God has blessed me with. So we're going to ask them a few questions. So Michaela, tell us about a student interaction that makes you smile.
Yeah, one interaction was when I got the opportunity to talk with a student about his home life. That happens quite often here at the Gate. Students just need someone to talk to. He explained to me how his home life was a disaster. He didn't have a good relationship with his father, his mother, or both his sisters. He kind of felt like an outcast. It first made me a little sad, and I tried encouraging him to find an outlet with the sadness and anger that he was feeling, whether that was playing a sport, listening to music, going to church, finding something that he could release those things. And I also reassured him that we loved seeing him here at the Gate. A week later, I saw him, and he told me that his home life was getting better, and that his mom was getting help for the things that were going on in his home. He seemed so happy and more optimistic than ever before. I left smiling, and I was encouraged by what he had shared.
That is awesome. Okay, so what are some things a student might do on a typical afternoon at the Gate?
Yeah, on a typical day here at the Gate, a student will check in through our doors with our staff member. Then they can come over here to the kitchen at our window and grab a free hot meal from the kitchen, play some volleyball and basketball right here where you guys are sitting. And after they're tired of that, they can go into the game room, play all the table games, all the board games, even maybe do a fun craft that we have. We also offer 5 different clubs here at the Gate that the kids can attend to, so they could do that as well. We also have academic support, so if they need help with their schoolwork or their classroom work, they can just go to academic support and get help with that.
Awesome. And how do you see the Gate making a difference in these teens' lives?
I see the Gate making a difference in these students' lives simply by offering love to them. Every student who walks through those doors is craving love. It really doesn't matter how old they are, where they come from, what their background is, or what grades they're making. We want to let these students know they are valued and seen, and that will make all the difference in the world for them. I love that the Gate has caring individuals who love Christ in these students, and to show them what a team looks like and to encourage them every step of the way.
Awesome. Thank you, Michaela. Hey, Gabriel, could you advance the slides? Thanks, brother. All right, Derek, come on up here. All right, share with us one of your favorite success stories with the mentoring program.
Hold on. Well, there are many favorites, but one of my current mentees, they would come to the Gate, stand quietly in a corner, and not talk with anyone. We've had a few of those. He's a really nice young man, just really quiet. He has been slowly opening up, and recently he mentioned his family was moving. I offered to help because I have a truck. I was hesitant though because I wasn't sure if we had enough trust or rapport, yet for him to feel comfortable letting me know where his current home is and where he was moving to. Thank goodness he accepted, and I thought that was really cool. The move, which I completed with my son, thank you, Aiden, so grateful he wanted to help, instantly and profoundly shifted our dynamic. In our next meeting, my mentee was noticeably more open and trusting. This simple act of service propelled our relationship forward faster than I would have anticipated, demonstrating that often the most basic actions can pave the way for success in mentoring. As an added impact and benefit was for my son, who gained a new appreciation for the value of mentoring by being part of that experience. What seemed like a small gesture, to me, clearly meant a great deal more for my mentee and their family. We should never question the power of the little things. Mentoring is about celebrating every step, big or small, of a young person's growth, recognizing that people are not projects. True success lies in building a trusting, non-judgmental relationship, offering care and support without strings attached, and walking alongside youth as they navigate life.
Hold on, we got one more thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I really believe that the mentoring program is one of the most impactful things we do. When you connect an adult one-on-one with a kid for 30, 45, an hour a week, minutes, it's just a real blessing. We've got about 32 people being mentored, and that's growing all the time, and that's pretty cool. So this year we also started offering academic support 3 days a week. Tell us how that's going.
Well, I think it's going well. We've decided to try here at the Gate to build a culture that support and inspire young people through academic help, serving as another avenue of mentoring. The program has gained momentum and more students want some assistance or simply a quiet workspace. One student who enrolled recently started passing his high school math class for the first time after receiving one-on-one tutoring, and reports how helpful it's been. He seems happier with an actual smile on his face, and he does. He has an actual smile on his face. He's just grin to grin. Because in all my experience and what I believe is that sometimes when students do poorly in school, sometimes they feel poorly about themselves, which can undermine their motivation. So we at the Gate here just decided we're going to remain committed in supporting our students, hoping to boost their motivation, helping them know that we really care.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Derek. Yeah, we've got a really great relationship with Central School District. There's probably not a lot of youth centers around that have a relationship like we do with the district. Our after-school program, we're an official part of their after-school program. Sometimes we get to share some funding, which is great. And anyway, it's just a real blessing to be able to support Central School District. We all want to see our students be successful, and we're thankful that we get to pour a little extra into the students who come here. All right, Dale, come on up here. Dale's going to share with us a story about a student that has stood out to you.
All right. Well, I absolutely love watching students grow. We get a lot of students that come in, like you've already heard, and life is a little rough, and we get to love them and watch their lives change and find hope. And many of them have a lot of obstacles to overcome, and it's really cool to watch them just press into life and start winning. And so recently, somebody that stood out to me is a young lady. Her mom went online, filled out the form for mentoring, and we connected her with one of our staff. And she's had a tough go. The past year, I guess it has been, she has lost her dad. And as you know, that can be very tough. There are several students here that have lost parents, and that's where we get to step in and just love them where they're at. But she started coming to her mentoring, and then from that she started coming to youth group and coming to the Bible study lunch that we do. And what I've seen with her is she's an encourager. She's always smiling. And if she wasn't here, it'd be a lot easier to say all this stuff. But she is somebody who walks in the room and she brightens the place. And it's been a privilege to get to know her. And when we get done with Bible study lunch, she's putting the Bibles away, helping stack chairs, cleaning up and all that. When all the kids leave, she's here helping out. And so seeing something like that is amazing, where a kid is going through a really rough time and we are able to come around them and love them. And then to the point where they're looking at us as parent figures, as role models, and all that. And so, Clara, I'm glad you're here. We love you.
And I have a great team. You got to witness that a little bit right there. There's just a few glimpses into some of the conversations and the relationships and the care that we've been able to provide for the students that come to the gate on a regular basis. And this year we're not going to go through all the programs. We've thought, let's throw our schedule up on the wall. You can see that. We get to partner with some amazing people. Central Youth Sports, the YMCA use our building. There's some Girl Scout groups that use it on the weekends. Willamette Valley Jaguars have been here practicing. We've got 3 lunches, FCA, church lunch, and Bible study. So kids are coming over 3 days a week for lunch. Lots of kids being mentored. Youth groups. We're doing a lot of stuff. And we're doing everything we can to impact these kids and guide them. So I remember opening these doors in the community of the youth center here. So in 2020, we finished the first build. We had like 15 to 20 kids a day that first summer. And then a year later, in the fall of 2021, we had 50 kids show up on an afternoon. We're like, man, this is amazing. We had 50 kids today. So over the last 5 years, we have grown by over 300% as far as daily attendance. We're now seeing 130 to 150 teens every day after school. If you drive by at 3:30 outside those doors, you're going to see teens lined up outside the doors. We've had people stop by and be like, I want to volunteer here. What are all those kids doing? Like, there must be something going on, right? Last year, we served over 600 families and 900 different teens that we could count or signed in. Anyway, it's just a blessing to have this amazing ministry. Isn't God good? Yeah. So this rapid growth led me to start dreaming about adding on a little bit. Because you get 130 kids in here and it feels full. This is 300 adults, but figure like 150 middle schoolers in here. It's a little different atmosphere. So this growth led me to start dreaming about adding on maybe some classrooms, maybe some office space. Like maybe in 5 years we could like have a conversation about adding on. But God had other plans and he moved the timeline up. So this is about 2 years ago, met with longtime donors, Tom and Sally Peri, and they decided to start off the fundraising. They said, hey, we're going to give you $1 million to start your project. And that was huge, right? Yeah, it was amazing. Shortly after that, literally a month later, a private foundation out of Portland with some central ties reached out, and they're like, we need to give some extra money away this year. Ask us for about $750 to $1 million. So what did we say? We said, okay, we'll do that. So so they gave us $500,000 for the building project and some money for our endowment fund, and then they said, and here's some money to do whatever you need to do. So that was amazing. So basically, as of today, we've raised $2,010,000 towards our project. So that's just a blessing. So we're waiting to hear back from 2 grants. We have a goal of raising another $85,000 locally, but next month we will break ground on our Expanding the Hope building project. We're going to push out a new game room, and so we're not feeding kids in the volleyball court, so that will be nice. And then the new game room, the existing one that you came through, that will become a cafe space. We're going to do our after-school food in there. We are going to add on a couple more offices, which I know you don't care about, but we think it's a pretty great idea. We like, in the first couple years, we'd have lots of student conversations and like almost like counseling with kids, right? They'd be like lining up to hang out with Janelle and I. We haven't been able to do that in the last couple years because we have 4 people in the office, so that's a little tight. So anyway, why am I crying about that part? Anyway, all right. Okay, we got this. All right, moving on. Oh, and then we're going to add this great courtyard we've had. There's going to be 2 classrooms downstairs, 1 large room upstairs for youth group, clubs, academic support, mentoring, some quiet space. We are excited about this project. Like I said, we're going to break ground next month, still raising a little bit of money. If you'd like to hear more about our Expanding the Hope building project, we would love to meet with you. But tonight is about our programs. So lives are being changed. Teens are preparing for the workforce. Teens are developing safe, healthy relationships. They have alternative options besides drugs and social media. Teens are getting help with their schoolwork. The Gate is providing an environment where teens have the opportunity to grow relationships and friendships, engage in activities that do not spike their dopamine levels in addictive ways, and learn practical skills that prepare them for adulting and the workforce while engaging in fun activities that they are interested in. I think we can all agree from what we've just seen and heard, the Gate Community Youth Center is changing lives, and we're making a real impact here in our community. And that's because when a young person finds connection, support, and belonging, everything begins to change. Grades improve, confidence grows, mental health stabilizes, and futures begin to open up. Teens who once felt disconnected are now building real, healthy relationships and forming friendships rooted in trust, not peer pressure. They're showing up not just here, but at school. Gate students are getting help, staying on track, and beginning to believe in their future again. Youth at the Gate are discovering there's better options than drugs, better than endless doom scrolling, better than the false escape of a screen, better than being bored and looking for something to do in unsafe spaces and with unsafe people. At the Gate, they are growing by engaging in activities that challenge them, inspire them, and bring joy, without feeding things like generational poverty, cycles of addiction, or mental health challenges. They're learning practical skills, such as how to communicate, how to work, how to take responsibility. Last summer, one of our soft skills were like, and now you're going to shake the hand of 5 staff members and introduce yourself. That was a challenge for some of them. We are preparing them not just to graduate high school, but we're supporting them as they discover who they are and who they want to become. But we're not just about programs. It's not just a fun idea. It's about creating a place where teens can grow in healthy, meaningful relationships, and they begin to see a future bigger than their next challenge, about creating a lifeline for the next generation. So we're going to shift gears a little bit. It wasn't just free dinner. We are having a fundraiser tonight. If what you've heard tonight has moved you, if you believe every teen deserves a place to belong and a future to step into, maybe the table questions tonight, maybe you're like, oh man, when I was a teen, I totally had a place like this. And maybe you were like, when I was a teen, I absolutely did not have a place like this, right? So if you're ready to have a little fun, then this next part of the evening is for you, because we're also here tonight to raise some money so we can continue to impact teens. All right, so we're going to do something we haven't done at this event before. We're going to auction off 3 items tonight. So I'm going to get Mike Ainsworth up here, Travis Youngs, Dale. We're going to, hopefully this will all work. We've only got 3 things, so we'll make it happen. It's pretty dark in here. All right, so 100% of the sales will go to continue the Gates programs. I know we talked about our Expanding the Hope building project earlier, but all the money raised tonight will go towards programming. Mike Ainsworth, longtime Gate board member, is going to serve as our auctioneer. And as he comes up, let me tell you about these items. So, first, we have a one-night stay at our own Independence Hotel. It comes with a bottle of wine and a $100 gift card for dinner. So, get away with someone special, or save the hotel stay for your mother-in-law the next time she comes to visit you. And you can save the wine and the dinner for yourself, right? It promises relaxation either way, okay? So thank you to the Independents for this donation. All right. Oh, if your mother-in-law's here, I'm sorry, but I don't know her. So, okay, so second, we have a dessert a month for 1 year.
Wait, I'm gonna double it.
You're going to double it?
I'm gonna double it.
Like we're going to do it twice?
Yep.
Okay, Michelle's going to double it. So, thank you, Michelle. Are we going to move the lights up?
Yeah.
Okay. When I get done talking about these 3 items, we are going to turn the lights up. So, I'll warn you, all right? Because we need to be able to see. All right. So if you just love dessert or get excited about the idea of giving 12 desserts away to your friends over the next 12 months, this one's to you. Thank you to Michelle Ashley. We're going to have that twice. So if you don't win the first time, you can win it the second. Okay? And last but not least, we have a Saturday afternoon birthday party package right here at the Gate. Includes pizza, a cake, and the largest bounce house in town. So win this party package, and the next birthday coming up on your schedule will be as much of a hands-off experience as we can make it. Oh, wait, there's some fine print here. It says, you do need to take your children home after the party. So, birthday party package does not include overnight babysitting. So, almost perfection, all right? Okay, this should be a little bit of fun. We want you to raise your program. We don't have numbers tonight, but if you raise your program, you know, if we don't see you, just keep going, and we'll see you eventually. You might be the last one, and we'll find you. So, let's go ahead and get the main lights up, because you're all a shadow to me. Thanks, Dale.
It is hard to see.
It is a little hard to see. All right, close your eyes. Okay.
I'll take this one.
Yeah, you're good. You got this?
Okay. Hey, before we get started, come here, Dan. I'll start, Brian. This guy does a wonderful job here at the gate. Are you 47 now?
In a couple months.
Couple months. You're the same age as Jeremy.
Yeah.
For a guy 47 years old, he does a lot more than what most people do in a lifetime. Amen?
Maybe it shows.
Okay, we'll get started. Anyway, I just want to tell you, we love you, Dan.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay, the first item up here. Well, I gotta see it. You know, I'm 70 years old. I can't.
When I
okay,
say
well,
Independence.
the first night of Independence?
Yeah.
Hey, are the Independence people here? Any of them here?
No.
They've been at the last two things I've been at, and they've been very generous with all their donations. So it's a $100 gift card. It's a night at the Independence Hotel. When we had our class reunion, and 7 or 8 members of my class stayed there, and they thought, this is not the same Independence I grew up in 53 years ago. Huh? All there was down there was just a big old pile of dirt, and the valley concrete was down there. That was it. So, somebody give me $200 to start off to spend the night at the Independence Hotel. There's 200. How about 250? 250. How about 300? I got 250 now. 300. You get $100. There's 300. 350. Well, don't shake your head. I'll come out there, okay? I got 350. Now how about 400? I got 350 in the back. Now 400. You can take Micheline there. Okay? It'd be like, you know, like a date night. Okay? So I got 400, how about 450? Remember, this is for the kids, okay? 400, now 450. How about, there's 450. Now how about an even $500? 450, now don't, hey, don't you look at her, you look at me. We got 500, we're at, well, I got 500 back there. How about five and a quarter? I got 500, now 5 and a quarter. 5 and a quarter. How about 550? I got 5 and a quarter, now 550. I'll come and sit on your lap if you say 550. I got 5 and a quarter, now 550. Look at 550. Right here, 550. How about 575? That light blinds me there.
575.
575. We're at 575. How about an even $600? $600. There's 600 right here. How about 6 and a quarter? I got 600 now a quarter. 600 right here. There's 625. How about 650? I got 625 now 650. How about 675? 650 right here now 6. I'm not even drinking. Yet. 575? 675. How about an even $700? 700 right here. I got 700 now. How about 7 and a quarter? 700? 7 and a quarter? 7 and a quarter. How about 750? I got 7 and a quarter, 750. I got 750 now. How about, just give me $800. That's easy. I got 750. There's 800 right there. Okay. Now 8 and a quarter. 8 and a quarter. How about 850? He says no. Hey, you're going to wake up about 12 o'clock tonight and your head's going to be going, yeah, I should have bid on it. There you go. $1,000 right here, okay? How about 2,000? I'm going to sell it to you for $1,000. Thank you very much. Great. You got out of that pretty good, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Okay, the next one are the cakes. A cake a month.
Or dessert a month.
Oh, dessert. Dessert?
Dessert a month for a year.
For a year. Somebody get, huh?
We're going to do it twice.
We're going to do it twice. So, how about $200 to start off? $200. 200. How about 300? I got 200 now. 300. 300 over here. Now 400. 400 back. 400 in the back. I got 300 right $650 back there, now $700. $650, there you go. That's what I like, that's teamwork, okay? 700 right there, how about 750? I got, He's out. Do I have to come down there? No, I will. I got 700 right here. How about 725? It's only 5 Happy Meals. Okay? No, I'm serious. It's for the kids. I got 700, now 725. I'm going to sell it to you for $700. Okay? Now, they got it for 700. You were the last bidder. Would you like to have the other one for $700? No. It's for the kids. You have any kids? Who will? Who said that thing? You'll take it? 700? There we go. There we got both of them. Hey, give a round of applause, okay?
Saturday afternoon birthday party package here at the gate.
Hey, Michelle, stand up one more time. Thank you so much for your donation. Give her a round of applause, okay? Hey, and if you got sick on that fruit salad, my buddy Norm Ross made it. He makes it especially for me, and so I'm very appreciative. Norm and I went to high school together. He's my spotter for the football games. Is Norm still here, or did he go home? He probably passed out from eating so much of that. Anyway, don't forget to thank these people who made the food stuff. They've done a wonderful job, and it was a wonderful meal. Amen? Amen. Okay, the next and last item here, not the least, is the Saturday afternoon birthday package here at the gate. It includes pizza, the cake, a large bounce. Are they going to put it in here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just asking questions. Okay, if you love your kids, hey, there's my buddy Norm. Give Norm a round of applause. Hey, Norm, I'll give you $5 later, okay? Did you hear him? He washed his hands today, first time in the week. Okay, anyway, the birthday party. How many kids can come, does it say?
50.
50 kids. I don't have 50 friends, let alone 50 kids. Okay? Up to 50 kids you can bring. That'd be like a couple of classrooms. Okay? Well, I think, 25 people into a classroom. Somebody give me $100 to start off. There's $100, now a quarter, $125, now $150. $150, now $175. $175, now $200. $200, now $225. $225, now $250. $250, $275, how about $300? $300, now a quarter. $325, how about $350? $350, now $375. I got $350, now $375. $375, now $400. $400, now $4 and a quarter. $4 and a quarter? $400? Huh? $4 and a quarter. Okay, now $450. $450, now $475. $450, now $75. I got $450 here in, so we're looking for $475. $475, a new bidder, now needing $500. $500. How about $5 and a quarter? I got $500. There's another $5 and a quarter. How about $550? $525, now $550. That's all right. You can keep it. This is good exercise. Atta girl. $550. How about $575? $575, even $600. I got $570. There we go. $600 and a quarter. Now we got $600, now $25. $600, now $25. There we go. $625, now $650. $650 and $75. $650 and $75. $675. How about it even $700? $700. I got $675 here. It's only 5 Happy Meals. Remember that. Okay? Hey, where are we at? $700 right here. Now a quarter. $1,000 right here. Okay? He bid the bidder number $1,000. Give her a round of applause. Okay?
You're giving the hotel stay back. Sure, launch it off again.
Okay. Breaking news. will. You'll start at 5. Okay, they gave it back. So we're gonna have another bid.
For the hotel.
The hotel, this is the hotel. And he's bid $500 on it, and he's giving it back. So somebody give me 5.5. 5.5, I'm looking for 500. 5.5, how about $600? 600? Okay, now a quarter. 6 and a quarter, 6.25. Okay, 6.25, how about 650? I got 625 over here, now 650. 625 and 650. Hey, I went for $1,000 last time. 625, now 650. 625 and 50. 650, now how about 700? I got 6, now 700, now 750. 700, 750. Atta girl, I like that. 750, now $800. $800, now 850. 850, now $900. 850 there, 900, how about 950? 950, now an even $1,000. I got 950 back there, now $1,000. 950 once, 950 twice. I'm going to sell it to you for $1,000. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. There we go.
Did you guys get that? All right. Where were we? If you really enjoyed that, the FFA and the Central Booster Club both have auctions in this room every year. So you can come just have all the fun all night you want. You know, you talk to Mike Ainsworth, whoever, you can come to both those auctions as well and win like lifetime fertilizer, right? So come on down for those if you really enjoyed that option. So, but don't worry, if you did not win an auction item, but it came tonight to bless the Gate financially, we have other opportunities for you, so no stress. So the Gate is a grassroots organization that was birthed right out of a need here in the hometowns of Monmouth Independence by individuals who saw the need for teens to be guided and cared for so they can become successful, healthy adults. And I just realized I skipped the video. So we're gonna watch a video now. Some of our darling teens in it. Hit it, Gabriel.
Growth doesn't always look loud.
Sometimes it looks like courage.
Sometimes it looks like healing.
Sometimes it looks like hope.
In here, growth happens every day.
Whenever I'm riding the horses and like at the barn, I feel like I'm being held accountable to something, and that like makes me more responsible. Riding horses has helped me build trust and be more patient with others.
Sometimes growth begins with trust.
Archery has taught me about not giving up by saying that even if something's hard, after a bit of practice and some time, that you'll get really good at it. When I'm shooting, I learned about myself that I can be, sometimes you have to have patience to do this, and it's good, and I have a lot of patience, and it's also very helpful to talk to people here and all the different things.
Sometimes growth takes focus and the courage to keep aiming.
Something that I never thought I could do or didn't know when I started automotive was completely take out an engine and put it back together. Working on cars helped me believe in stuff I could actually do and achieve difficult things.
Sometimes growth looks like confidence.
When I design something, it feels good because I know I can create something that's easy, fun. 3D printing has helped me find my future better because what I wanted to be is someone who builds things for other people and has people have a nice life and stuff.
Sometimes growth begins with imagination.
Being culinary taught me how to cook pretty good food. When I bake, I feel pretty excited. I like baking. It's really fun.
Sometimes growth is learning to create something meaningful and share it.
me feel heartwarming, and it helped change my life by learning new chords on the guitar. Helps with my feelings and expressing my feelings.
Sometimes growth sounds like courage.
Getting help here has helped my schoolwork get done easier and faster.
Sometimes growth is quiet, but life-changing.
Having a mentor has really impacted my life in a great way, with all the great advice she gives me that comes up like daily in my mind and reminds me not to do stupid things or make bad decisions, and I can give this advice to other people. Shyla has helped me see in myself and recognize a lot of pain and trauma that I had throughout my childhood that I didn't realize was an issue until we started talking about my childhood, and she's really helped me work through that. Just been able to leave the meeting feeling really great and lighthearted.
Sometimes growth happens because someone believes in you.
Because of you.
Healing grows.
Confidence grows.
Courage grows.
Purpose grows.
Hope grows here.
We get to work with some amazing teens. And just like the group of adults who started this building 21 years ago, this project, this youth center, this ministry, we're looking for the next generation of adults who understand the battle we are engaging in for these teens' lives and want to partner together to be part of the solution and provide an opportunity for the teens to be a success. Community members who are willing to stand with us and partner in investing in hope. So what could it look like for you to be part of this solution? We have a team of people known as the gatekeepers that faithfully give each month. Because of them, teens walk through our doors and find exactly what they need: safety, connection, and purpose. The number of students the gate is serving has grown, and tonight we're asking you to grow with it. Our goal this year is simple: to grow the family of gatekeepers by at least 20 new members. So please consider joining the gatekeeper team tonight with a monthly gift of $25, $50, $100, or more. If you're part of the gatekeeper team already, would you consider upping your gift, your donation? We all know inflation is a real thing. You're feeling the hit of it at home. The cost of living continues to rise. Maybe you've been donating to the gate for a while and feel led to give a larger amount monthly going forward so that your donation continues to have the same impact. The leaves on the trees in here tonight, each one explains the cost of one of our programs. Maybe one of those stands out to you and you want to give the gift of church lunch or an FCA meal. Maybe you want to sponsor another teen being mentored by our staff. 150, 500, even more, helping expand our reach and impact even further. Every single gift matters, and we don't take it for granted. Our goal tonight is to raise $100,000 to fund our programs, and we're off to a good start, as one of our faithful donors has already committed $50,000. It's amazing to have faithful people in our lives. So our question tonight is, will you help us raise the remaining $50,000 so we continue to be a solution that makes a difference? As we finish out our program this evening, I want to invite you to thoughtfully consider your role in this ministry and this mission. Not out of pressure, but out of the desire to build community, create belonging, and be part of the lifeline. I invite you to step into this moment and become part of the solution. I was thinking about the questions that I was going to ask the directors. And my question for Michaela. And I was thinking, like, what makes me happy? And what makes me sad? And there's a lot of things here at the gate that make me happy. You saw, like, a bunch of different teens doing a bunch of the different activities that we've blessed to lead. And Everything we do here is just a way to get safe caring adults connected to kids. I recognize most of them, so that's good. They make me happy. At 5 o'clock every day, there's like an exodus because there's a bunch of parents who show up to pick up their kids. And that's pretty great to know that there's a bunch of kids going home and parents are getting off work and they're like, I'm gonna pick up my kid on the way, right? And there's some kids that I consistently see at 6:15 when I leave, sitting on the bench. And that's what makes me sad. Because some kids would rather be here than be at home. And so I'm super thankful we have this place to provide them. So whatever you connected with tonight, maybe you see the kids going to Acres of Hope, maybe you're excited that we're teaching kids the Bible, maybe you're excited that we're helping kids with academic support after school, maybe you're excited that kids get to eat a meal here before they go. Whatever it is, whatever you connected with, maybe that's your inspiration to be part of the team. There's nothing more powerful than a community that cares about what truly matters, and we're blessed to be part of a community that does here in Monmouth Independence. So I want to give you a moment to consider giving a financial gift. You've got your program on the back. There's a QR code if you want to give online. That will take you to our website or to the giving website. You can leave a donation in an envelope on the table. Your being here tonight means more than you realize. So I'm just going to give you a couple minutes. I know it's a decision to make. So we're going to give you a couple minutes to process that. All right. If you made a mistake and entered a few extra zeros in there, that's all right. We're good with that. We're so very grateful for your time and your hearts and willingness to be part of the impact here at the gate. If you're interested in volunteering, you can mark that on the card. If you're interested in hearing more about expanding the Hope or some of our programs, we'd love to hear from you on that. Because of your gifts, lives will be changed. You can leave your gift in the envelope at the table. You can drop it off at our merch table on the way out. Auction items can be picked up there if you don't have it already. All that said, thank you for coming tonight. It was our pleasure to host you. Thank you for joining. We hope you have a great night. With your help, hope grows here at the Gate Community Youth Center. Don't be in a hurry to leave. I know you guys are friendly. We are going to turn the lights back on so you can make your way out. Thanks so much for coming tonight.